so proud of her, love her to death, and I don't know, I just feel like sometimes I never really know to have anything for myself. I guess I just want to feel like I'm just worth something. It just feels like every time I work really hard to get something on my own, it's like it's not really worth it.
Triggered something within me when I got back up there. I was exhausted. All my adrenaline had ran out.
All right, what's wrong? Why are you crying?
And it was kind of like my body was reliving a trauma.
Jamie Lynn Spears is blaming Britney for her self-esteem issues. She says because of Britney's worldwide fame, Jamie Lynn has been forced to feel worthless, and now she's trying to prove herself. So let's get into it. So this new show featuring Jamie Lynn Spears just came out, and I'm sensing a lot of BS. So of course Jamie's gonna make this episode about Britney because ultimately she's relevant because of her sister. And she claims that she suffers from self-esteem issues due to being Britney's younger sister.
I'm Jamie Lynn Spears, and I'm a Special Forces recruit.
Number 2, on your feet.
I knew we were going to be doing something with water. The whole time in my head, I'm like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this.
The premise of this show is to take these celebrities and put them in a military-style boot camp to see how they do. And of course, in the first episode, Jamie Lynn, oh my gosh, jump scare in the photo, but Jamie Lynn gets emotional because of this tough military exercise and because of Britney's global fame, which was a lot of pressure on her as a child. In the first episode, Jamie Lynn struggles with a backward dive from a helicopter into water and was called a buffoon by an instructor before she was later interviewed about her failure. During the interview, Jamie Lynn discussed her demons and said, "Growing up, my sister became famous. Worldwide famous when I was very young.
When my sister became worldwide famous, I guess I just want to feel like I'm just worth something. It just feels like every time I work really hard to get something on my own, it's like it's not really worth it.
Jamie Lynn Spears was in tears on reality TV, saying she wants something in her life not related to Britney.
First off, I'd like to acknowledge that I would probably be scared of that type of exercise too. I mean, jumping from a helicopter. Getting into a helicopter alone is something that's so far on my list. Like, if I don't have to fly, I don't want to be flying. But low-key, I do like jumping into water, so that kind of sounds fun. Anyways, I do think it's a little bit pathetic that she's making this all about Britney, especially because I think back to times where I one time had a long call with Sam Lufty, and he explained to me their relationship. And something he said that really sticks with me is that they have a huge age gap. They've never lived in the home together. So when you think about your siblings, like I've got siblings, we've grown up in the home together. We only have a few years age gap. So when looking at Britney and Jamie Lynn's situation, by the time Jamie Lynn was born, Britney was pretty much working. And then, as Jamie Lynn grew up, she never was in the home because she was constantly on tour or the Mickey Mouse Club or all of these different projects that Britney was a part of. So when Jamie Lynn speaks about her relationship with Britney, try to keep in mind that they're not sisters like a lot of other people are who are closer in age and who have grown up in the same family dynamic. Jamie Lynn has no idea what it was like growing up with Britney's parents when she was that age because Britney made them a lot of money and gave Jamie Lynn a far more comfortable life. But in this interview, Jamie Lynn says that she wants to prove herself that she's worth something. And I get that. I mean, it must be hard living in the shadow of your sister, but also Jamie Lynn has made a name for herself. I mean, is it the best name? Maybe not. She claims that she's proud of Britney. She loves her to death, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I don't really have anything for myself.
She just wants to do the show for herself and wants her kids to be proud of her.
I can be extremely proud of my sister, but also have my own identity and be expected to be seen as my own person. I struggle with self-esteem all the time, and as a parent, you really want to fake it because you don't want to ever see your children feel the feelings you feel. The hardest thing is being away from my kids.
Are you all right?
Yeah, but I'm here to do something that's gonna make them proud.
I'm so proud of her, love her to death, and I don't know, I just feel like sometimes I never really know to have anything for myself.
Jamie Lynn and Britney have had a very rocky relationship lately, but it isn't the only subject that had Jamie Lynn in tears.
There was a moment where Jamie Lynn started to speak a little bit about her daughter Maddie, because you may remember that Maddie, her daughter, had a near-death experience. I actually have a full video breaking down that entire situation, but she was driving a little like four-wheeler into a pond where she pretty much drowned. And keep in mind that she shouldn't have been operating this type of vehicle because she wasn't old enough to do so. But it looks like the water in this exercise triggered Jamie Lynn because of this incident that happened back in February 2017 with her daughter.
My 8-year-old was in an accident where she drowned and nearly died. I'm just preparing myself. Can I push past that?
I do have sympathy for Jamie Lynn and that situation with her daughter because that sounds literally traumatizing. But it is interesting to see, like, every time Jamie Lynn does like an interview, a show, writes a book, there's like 3 or 4 stories that she constantly tells over and over again, and that's pretty much her identity.
But the next thing you know, you're running up the hill, you're in the helicopter hanging off the side, and you gotta go in. Triggered something within me when I got back up there. I was exhausted. All my adrenaline had ran out.
All right. What's wrong? Why are you crying?
And it was kind of like my body was reliving a trauma. I immediately threw up. And I felt a lot better for it.
To be honest, I don't mind seeing Jamie Lynn in this kind of setting. I do feel like there's a lot of clout chasing aspects, especially when it comes to her speaking about her sister and the whole worth thing, and it like just really rewriting a narrative, almost making Britney seem like she is a villain here. But I do think that Jamie Lynn could be more likable if she was a little bit more authentic and honest. I mean, I just think back even to her book and how she lied about Alexa Nicholas and so many different things. I mean, you don't have to do that. You also don't have to coordinate with the people who put your sister in a conservatorship, but you know, we'll save that for another video. Britney has acknowledged Jamie Lynn's show. She posted on her birthday. So Britney posted on her birthday about Jamie Lynn and wrote, "It's my B-day, but you're my heart. So I'm thinking about you. Congratulations on being so brave, inspiring, and showing guts and glory in your show."
The message, which was shared alongside 2 photos of Jamie Lynn, read, "It's my B-day, but you're my heart, so I'm thinking about you. Congratulations on being so brave, inspiring, and showing guts and glory in your show." An apparent reference to Jamie's appearance on the grueling reality series. Britney continued, "You ain't alone. If anybody knows what that feels like, I get it. My baby sister, I love you." Many fans were left surprised and confused by the post, considering the sisters' rocky history. The Hold Me Closer singer and the Sweet Magnolias actress had publicly clashed over last year.
Now that the first episode has come out, it does seem like Britney is also referring to some of Jamie Lynn's words. Britney appeared to reply to Jamie Lynn's quote about wanting to feel worth something and escape her sister's shadow by proving herself on the Cutthroat program. Britney writes, "You ain't alone. If anybody knows what it feels like, I get it." Britney was clearly alluding to her now terminated conservatorship, which was a big struggle, a lot more than just this reality show boot camp. Before we talk about something else, I do want to hear what you guys think about this show. Like, what do you think of the premise of it? Do you think it's going to be successful? There are people like Kate Gosselin, who we just recently talked about Kate Gosselin too. She's on that show, and a bunch of other people. Will you be watching it? Have you already watched it? Are you into this? It's giving like Survivor-esque, but the cast isn't really doing it for me. Now let's switch gears and talk a little bit about Nancy Grace, because she did a documentary where she interviewed Britney's aunt and cousin, and there are some things I'd like to mention. Heads up, the video footage is not clear, it's not looking good, but you can hear that there are some stories that they share about Jamie Spears and Britney and about his control of her and how they saw it from the sidelines.
You spoke to Britney about us talking today, right?
I did.
What did she say?
She just said, "Give Nancy 30 minutes in the room with my daddy and he'll be crying."
I would love to see Jamie Spears or Jamie Lynn Spears get interviewed by Nancy Grace, but there's one story that this aunt tells about the cousin going to a show, a performance, and Jamie Spears wouldn't allow this cousin to go and see Britney, which they found really odd.
At the time your daughters went to Vegas to see Britney, but they were stopped and told they couldn't even talk to her backstage.
Yep. They were texting Britney and asking to see Britney, and Britney said, "No, my dad said I cannot see you." So they were given backstage passes, but they were still not allowed to see Britney.
Why is Jamie Spears so adamant about isolating Britney from her own family? Hopefully we'll find out in court, but there is some concerning things going on in court. So Brenda Penny has been the judge of this case for a while now. She wasn't the first judge, but she's the current judge. But it looks like there may be a switch up of judges, and there's going to be a new judge named Judge Luna. Now, Judge Luna has a past. If you guys don't know who Nichelle Nichols is, she went through it because of this judge, and she's been accused of elder trafficking and using her power in the probate court to take advantage of people. If this person becomes the new judge of Britney's case, I'm really concerned. And I was actually reading some transcripts, and it really seems like Jamie Spears' lawyer is like rushing to get this new judge. I don't know what type of relationship they could allegedly have, but I do feel like this next judge is going to ruin it for Britney's case because she has been accused of corruption over and over again. If you guys want me to talk a little bit about it, maybe I will, but talking about the judges get really scary because these people will like literally go and off someone who's trying to challenge their career or expose them for the corruption they're doing in a courtroom, because that's technically illegal. One last thing I'd like to mention is that Britney recently sold her house, which I find really odd because she just bought this new house and now she's selling it, which maybe she doesn't like it now, but also why would you buy this and then end up selling it? I mean, the house was closer to her son's, but as we've learned, their relationship has become more estranged. But I do think it's odd that she's selling this house and that we don't see a lot of posts of her in this new house or really any new posts in general. I've also seen a bunch of TikToks breaking down her wedding day and how her wedding day seems like it was like a production and something that she maybe wasn't even aware of. There's a lot of conspiracy when it comes to that, but I'm kind of interested. So if you guys want that video, comment below. Let's go ahead and open this PL Box package item. It looks like it's from This Is Joy. Organic skincare. Okay, let's see what is going on here. And just so you guys know, all my packages go through 2 security things, so I'm so grateful that they have those options because you guys know there are some scary people in the world. The packaging is so pretty. Let's go ahead and open this letter. Hi Sloan, my name is Joy. I've been watching you for a while now. I want to let you know that I love your content and I'm always looking forward to a new upload. Keep up the hard work. I've seen you promote small businesses on your channel, so I'd figure I'd take a chance and send you my 100% organic brown sugar body scrub. My shop is new, so I don't have a lot of traffic, but I'm praying that this time next year my shop really takes off. Oh, I hope, I'll pray for you too. I put a lot of work into my brand, so I hope you enjoy my product. And there's a discount code, This Is Sloan, for 50% off. So I will list everything below. Thank you, Joy. So right here we have the ingredients and a little spoon, I'm guessing to like scoop up the product. Oh my gosh, and here's the product. I love the little card here too because I was like, okay, how am I gonna look up your site? And some stickers. Cute. Wow, the branding is really nice. And here's the scrub. Let's go ahead and check it out. Ooh. Wow, I really like this. Oh my gosh, I love scrubs, so I cannot wait to use this. Thank you, Joy. If you guys want 50% off, the code is This Is Sloan. Go ahead and check that out and support a fellow subscriber. I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Bye, guys.